Hello, everybody. Hello. Welcome to another live stream. We are going to be doing the Google search results early this week because, as you can see by my head, and this is about to go to, I have military training this weekend, starting tomorrow morning at 5 in the morning. I gotta get up probably like 4-ish so that I can train all weekend long and hopefully be back by Monday's live stream. So we'll see how it works out. But for that reason, we are doing this particular stream one day earlier, which means that our search results are gonna probably kind of come in a little bit from last Friday, which is okay. It should be at the end of the results, so it shouldn't cause too much of a problem. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. And just to remind you guys, this is episode number 4 of the Stadia News search results. I have a few clips from the previous episodes that I'm going to release on this channel while I'm doing my training. I think it's going to be like one per day or something like that. And for those of you guys who are new to this stream, or at least this what's the word again? I keep forgetting these words. The series. Okay, for those of you guys who are new to this series, the Stadia News search results, what I do is I do an incognito search of Google Stadia, specifically Google Stadia, because I guess Stadia means something else by itself. And I look at the news for the past week, and I sort it by time, so sorted by date. So I should get the latest news first, and then as we go through, you're going to see a lot of repeats, and so then we can go a lot faster for those, if that makes any sense. So welcome to everybody. In fact, I forgot to turn on my little that, and chat should be able to come up if you guys want to participate. Okay, so first story right off the bat, if you guys are tracking, Outright Games had some type of a keynote, I guess, today, and they talked about some of the games that are coming out from their studio, from the publisher, and also specifically the ones that were coming to Stadia. So you can see right in the beginning, that's what that is. That's Outright Games reveals new Paw Patrol Grand Prix title. Outright Games OG unwrapped all the big announcements. Bungie. Okay, so let's look at that. Let's see if as soon as I arrange them by date, the one that specifically talked about Stadia got pushed out. So let's see. This one for sure is coming to Stadia, which is, I think, is like Super Pets or something. Something like that. And then you guys can see, so let me maximize this a little bit. Try to keep it family friendly here. And I don't think that one's coming. This one, the Star Trek Prodigy, should be coming to Stadia. DreamWorks Dragons, that's another one that's coming to Stadia. It should be 6 games, so that's 3 right there, right? 1, 2, and 3. Right, that's 3. Actually, we knew that the top one was coming, so maybe it's 7, but let's say 6. And then we got Grand Prix. I can't say it. Grand Prix. Okay, you know what I mean. LOL, that one's coming. There you go. Super Pets, and I think that's it. So was that 6? I lost track. Anyways, those are the games that are coming to Stadia from this developer. Did I? Okay. And so that's good news, you know what I mean. Hopefully some of them come to Pro. There's a few that are already part of the Pro membership, and they actually added a few on this last few months. I can't remember specifically, I don't have the best memory, but there's a few that got added, so that must mean that Outright likes the idea of the Pro games, Stadia Pro. Because of, you know, whatever the changes that have been made in the past, it probably sounds very appealing to them. Maybe making more money than if they just sell the game outright. So that's good. Outright Games, no pun intended. So yeah, so that's the latest news that came out. I think it was today. So I knew that was one of the ones that was going to pop up a lot. Bungie is giving Destiny 2 events a makeover. Okay, so that one's popping up because you can play this game on Google Stadia. So if you're a Destiny 2 fan, I enjoy Destiny 2. I just don't play it as much because there's so many games that it's just like it's so hard to keep. Today I added another game thanks to Cowboy and his stream. The what is it called? The Match Streets tournament or something like that. And I want one of the games, so I jumped into the game a little bit before I had to leave, and yeah, it was fun. It kept crashing on me for a little bit, but I think it just has to do with my latency. I think it seemed like the people that were farther from the server that we were using were getting kicked out more often than the people in the general vicinity. So I think that was the problem with that. Okay. FF7 remake, integrate trademark hints at point. I don't know what. Oh, Final Fantasy 7 remake. Okay, likely won't be coming to Steam anytime soon, but a release on different streaming gaming platforms could be on the cards, such as Google Stadia. There you go. So if you're a Final Fantasy fan, maybe you could be looking forward to that that game coming to Stadia, possibly. Paw Patrol Grand Prix. How am I not saying that right? Grand Prix, right? You don't actually say the X, right? Grand Prix announced for Nintendo Switch. Okay, so it's coming to Stadia and Nintendo Switch. Destiny 2 is including. Okay, same one. Disney Plus to show 4 minutes ads, and hour and cheaper ad. Oh, okay. Oh, this one just pops up because of this article all the way at the bottom. That's one of the clips that I'm going to release at some point. It came up before. I'm just going to ignore those. If it starts out with Google Stadia dead, it's the same story. Ooh, hold on. Ooh-wee. Oh man, I cracked my back. All right, guys, Star Trek Prodigy. Okay, so we're going to be seeing a lot of that up on top because it just came out, so everybody's writing about it. Best game controller for iPhones 2022. I don't have an iPhone, so it doesn't really interest me, but I'll check it out. Let's see. Oh, this is straight up just like little attachments. What's up with this? There's no way it has that. All right, not interested. Marvel's Avengers adds one of Iron Man's most popular MCU. What? I just want to finish that MCU armors. Okay. So yeah, so Marvel's Avengers on Google Stadia. That's why it popped up. LOL surprise. BB's Born to Travel announcement trailer. Dragon Legends of the Nine. Okay, that's another one. This is all Outright Games news. Outright Games. Google Stadia's family selection is growing by 6. Okay, that's the one that there was up on the top of the results when I started the stream. Outright Games. LOL. New Justice League game announced. Same one. Just Star Trek. Okay. Looks like most of the first pages are going to be about that, so I guess it's a big deal. I mean, 6 games, plus not only that, but a lot of the PEGI ratings that keep popping up have to do with outright. So what that means to me is that when somebody talks about another game that got rated for Stadia, it doesn't necessarily mean that or it's not necessarily guaranteed that that game is coming to Stadia. But if all these outright games were rated and then those games come to Stadia, I figure that's pretty good. It's a pretty good measure of which games potentially can come to the platform. Okay, Ubisoft Plus membership packages will soon become available. Membership packages? What kind of packages? This is not a Google Stadia news, but just curious to see if they're changing it up for a specific reason. Since Ubisoft changed its subscription service Uplay Plus to Ubisoft Plus and has expanded its cover recently, the membership package has been made available on PlayStation. Oh, okay. So this is basically without having to pay for Ubisoft Plus, some of the Ubisoft games are going to be available to PlayStation subscribers, because part of the Ubisoft membership is going to be included in the PlayStation membership, if that makes any sense. It's almost like, what's a good analogy? It's almost like my condo in Waikiki. We don't have to pay for cable because it's included in the maintenance fee. So yes, I'm technically paying for a cable because I'm paying for the maintenance fee, but it's not an individual payment to the cable company, if that makes sense. So I think that's what this, I thought that was a good analogy, but I might be wrong. Okay, FIFA 23, everything we know about its release date, platform. So it sounds like it's not even going to be called FIFA 23. We saw some news of this before because of licensing issues. It looks like they're going to change the name of the game to something FC, football club. Actually, before we move on, FIFA 22 right now, I have FIFA 21. So I know if I buy FIFA 22, I'm not going to play FIFA 21. So that's one of the reasons that I'm kind of not jumping on this. But it's $10 right now. FIFA 22, a next-gen version of the game, is $10 on Stadia. So even if you don't have any games, or if you're not subscribed to Stadia Pro, you got the 7 free games, and then you have possibly a $10 next gen game right in your fingertips. And I mean, I'm only mentioning because I've seen some YouTube videos where certain people go on Stadia specifically for one game, Destiny 2. I'm gonna drop a clip on that one too. And so it's plausible that somebody who maybe only likes FIFA 22, only likes soccer games, can jump onto Stadia just for that game, just for the $10, because that person will be buying not just a $10, I guess not just a like a $60 game for $10, but an entire free platform or console with that. Does that make sense? They don't have to buy a PlayStation. They don't have to buy an Xbox or a PlayStation 5 to be more precise, because next gen, right? They don't have to buy a PS5. They don't have to buy an Xbox Series X or S. They don't have to have a big fancy desktop. They can just buy a $10 game, and then they basically do have all that. That's pretty cool, right? I think that's cool. Release date revealed for Roller Champions. I think that is sometime in June. Let's check it out. Release date revealed for Roller Champions. Roller Champions Ubisoft free to play. So that's going to be the 8th free to play game on Stadia. Roller Derby game, and then another one. What's the other one called? I think it's from Ubisoft too. The Battle Royale. Frontline. So that's going to be the 8th, the 9th free to play game. So I mean, it looks like they're just kind of adding. Right now, I use GFN once in a while. A lot of the Fortnite videos that you see me play are either in the Switch or GFN. I don't subscribe to I only have the free version of GFN, because there's like, I can play Fortnite, and there's about 117 games that are free to play on there if you combine the Epic Store, Steam, and I haven't even looked at the other store, whatever the name of that one is. Google, I forget the name of it. So there's a lot of games, 100 and something free to play. That's pretty impressive, but it's like it was so troublesome that, plus you have to, if you have the free version, there's time limits. There's no 1 hour time limit, and even though you can log out and log back in, it's just a hassle. But it is another alternative. It's free, even if you have the 1 hour time limit, and there are 117, I think, free-to-play games. Now they have demos. That's a new thing that just came up. So it's another alternative, but you know, I don't want to pay for two services, especially when Stadia worked better than all of them from the beginning. GFN, I don't have a problem with GFN right now. It's basically the same as Stadia for me. An argument that Ubisoft has been throwing multiple games at the wall to see what sticks recently, from its various Tom Clancy's franchise to the recently shuttered Hyperscape. Oh, they got rid of it? Oh, that sucks. Its multiplayer shooters are not doing brilliantly, apart from the ever-popular Rainbow Six, obviously. Or Siege, obviously. I'm gonna fast read real quick. Red Republic. Steep. Okay, so Steep was the original, and then Riders Republic was the one after. Okay, I did play Steep on, I think it was Amazon Luna through Ubisoft Plus. Sports game and not a shooter, a roller derby game to be precise, so it's still fairly violent. If you're not familiar with the, okay, so it looks like it's May. Oh, that's right. Just in time. The rules of Ubisoft multiplayer take on roller derby launches on May 25th. Oh, Tuesday? What was I thinking? June? Oh, that is going to be an exciting day. That is 2021, 22, 23, 24. That's Wednesday, right? Next Wednesday? Something like that. I can't think. But that's pretty cool. That's nice to do. For some reason, I thought it was going to be longer. The first season will be launched next week. Switch Google Stadia and Amazon Luna versions will arrive later this year. Note that players will be able to continue their quest for glory on a... Okay, so that's the same one. Sony may have marketing rights for Avatar Frontiers of... Avatar Frontiers of Pandora is expected to launch sometime in 2022 for PS5, Xbox, and PC. It will also launch on Google Stadia. That's just they're just assuming that because Sony owns the rights, then it won't go to, well, if it goes to PC and Xbox, then it shouldn't be a problem, right? Okay, Cyberpunk 2077, how to install and play better vehicle. Ubisoft's free-to-play team PvP sports game Roller Champion. Okay, so now it's a lot of outright games, a lot of Roller Champion games. Avatar Frontiers of Pandora, PS5 exclusive content possible. Marvel's Avengers reveals Civil War surprise for fans. Okay. Roller Champions comes to PlayStation, Xbox, and PC next week. Shadow, the PC. Oh wait, yeah, the PC in the cloud specialist launches. So I think I messed with Shadow way back in the day. And I know they're relaunching. They got bought or something and they're relaunching. Faced with Google Stadia and above all Xbox Game Pass, the strategy seems to no longer be everything in cloud gaming. Founded in 2015 under the name Blade. I'm not super interested because from what I understand, Shadow just lets you rent a PC in the cloud, but do you install the game? You have to have the games. Do you install the games? And it seems like they're going to be able to sell games. So, I'm not looking to get into another platform. Dead by Daylight News, Resident Evil, and Attack on Titan. Oh, okay. Ubisoft Plus membership cost games and everything we know. It's $18 for me. And I bought most of them. So if I buy Ubisoft Plus, if I start paying for every month, then that means I pay an extra $18 a month for 3 games that I don't have. Far Cry 6, the Riders Republic, and the one that just got released, Far Cry Prime. Those are the 3 games from Ubisoft that I don't own on Stadia. No, that's it. Just three. Shadow provides newest technology, NVIDIA and AMD GPUs. So Shadow is competing with NVIDIA's own chips. NVIDIA's doing good. Stadia 4.16 for Android preps 1440 stream and app help. Okay, so these guys always kind of break down the Android app, the Stadia Android app. Let's see what they got. Is this an iPhone? That's not an iPhone. It seems like a nice little thing. Controller. Stadia 4.16 is rolling out now via the Google Play Store. It includes preparations for likely 1440p streaming and app help improvements and more. About APK Insight. In this APK Insight post, we're compiling the latest version of the application that Google uploaded to the Play Store. When we decompile these files called APKs in the case of Android apps, we were able to see various lines of code within that hint at possible future features. Keep in mind that Google may or may not ever ship these features, and our interpretation of what they are may be imperfect. We'll try to enable those that are closer to being finished, however, to show you how they'll look in the case that they do ship. With that in mind, we don't likely 1440p streaming. I don't think my phone can even handle 1440. It's pointed out by Chris Clay, developer of the excellent Stadia Enhanced extension. When Stadia streams at 1440p on desktops today, you're viewing a downscaled version of the 4K stream rather than a native 1440p stream. Oh wow. They downgrade the 4K? Interesting. So now they're going to try to do actual native 1440. Okay. Help. Nestled within the Stadia apps menus, there's a simple help button that opens your web browser to Google Stadia support pages. Okay. Touch controller customization. In recent updates, Google has been working to enhance this touchscreen. Yeah, this touchscreen is terrible. I never use it. I rather just plug in a controller to my phone and use it that way. Odds and ends. The deep connection between Stadia and Ubisoft appears to be continuing, with a few new mentions of Ubisoft Plus rewards appearing in the app's text. It's possible you may be able to claim those rewards from directly within the Stadia app if you have a valid Ubisoft Plus subscription. Okay. Cash prices, gambling themes, real gambling only. US, alcohol, burning some themes, comic violence. Don't think we should talk about it. Sexualized depictions. It's probably just filters for certain games. It's funny. I don't think we should talk about it. So. Okay, so Death Run TV gets Nintendo Switch and PC date. Google TV will make its long-awaited debut for PC, Steam, Nintendo Switch, and Google Stadia on 1st June 2022. I wonder if it's coming to Pro, right? Because what are the chances that it launches? Is it coming to Pro? I can't remember actually. I don't remember if they mentioned it. Ubisoft Plus Classics will be free with PlayStation Plus. Okay, just covered that. The best survival games on Nintendo Switch. Okay, Dead by Daylight is getting an attack on Titan Cosmetics. Ubisoft is bombarding PlayStation with its own subscription. Bombarding. Okay. Dead by Daylight hooked on your dating sim to steal. Dead by Daylight 6th anniversary stream brings a new something. Cities, Skylines, and Far Cry Primal launch on Stadia today. That was that Tuesday? I think that was Tuesday. Because today's Thursday. And I streamed it yesterday. Yeah, Tuesday. So 2 new games on Stadia. And then one of them is Pro, Cities, Skylines, which I streamed yesterday. City Skylines joins Google Stadia, goes free with Pro. Ubisoft Plus is definitely making it to PlayStation consoles. City Skylines is free on Google Stadia Pro. The Elder Scrolls Online. Behold the trailer for High Island. Something. There's some games that they're I've tried them, but they just don't get me. You know what I mean? Vivo Experience Center, similar to Apple Store to launch. Vivo. Isn't that the music? Oh, again, Google Stadia did. You can see that a lot. Cyberpunk 2077 mod provides the graphics CDPR promised. CD Projekt Red promised. Okay. But 23 PS4, all you need to know. Best 12 heavy action games like Far Cry. Ubisoft brings their Ubisoft service to PlayStation. Final Fantasy 15 game sells 10 million copies worldwide. That's a lot, right? 10 million. It was on sale in the Stadia store, and I was considering buying it, but it's still kind of up there, the price. So I figured I changed my mind. My Hero Wants Justice 2 update. Oh, that's the one that was that the no? One Piece. One Piece was pretty cheap, I think. It was like regular price is like $90, and it went down to like 20. Ubisoft Plus headed to PlayStation consoles. Ubisoft will offer its membership administration on PlayStation. Stadia for Android TV. Are all devices the same, and how? Let's see this. I have both. I have Chromecast and I have Stadia TV. No, not Stadia TV. Google TV. 95. So this is in first, but then they got it from 95. Stadia for Android TV. Are all devices the same, and how do Bluetooth controllers work? Google Stadia took its sweet time expanding beyond just the Chromecast switcher for those who wanted to use their cloud gaming platforms on their TVs. But the good news is that the time has finally come. Stadia is now available. Not just, this is old. This is July. It just recycled the news. What is this? It says 3 days ago. I wonder if it's like archiving type of thing. Rabbit's Party of Legends Journeys coming west on 30th. So this is a game that's in China right now, I think. And it looks like it got rated for Stadia. The game will be available on Xbox, PlayStation, and Google. Oh, okay, I guess it's confirmed. Okay. Is Nvidia stock a buy? Nvidia stock eyes China slowdown. 10 best games like Evil Dead. 10 best games. Still and manage. Let's see, what is this? What does this say? With Friday the 13th, this May appropriately came the release of Evil Dead, the game, the first console video game entry in the Evil Dead franchise in 16 years. This marks the second big Sam Raimi project to release this month, after Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, which Raimi directed. Of course, plenty of fans who enjoy Evil Dead, the game, don't have to stick to just it if they enjoy the multiplayer hard title. Okay. Dying Light 2, Stay Human. Zombies games are one of the most common types of horror games out there. So Dying Light 2, that's Back for Blood. That looks almost like World War Z. Evolve. Killing Floor 2. Predator Hunting Grounds. That's it. World War Z. Pharmophobia. Dead by Daylight. So 2 of those are on the data platform. Yeah. And then Ubisoft Classic announced for PlayStation. Ubisoft Plus coming to PlayStation, starting with Ubisoft Plus Classics. Stadia is adding Ubisoft's Roller Champions. Okay. Why Neo's second better hardware may not be enough to. That changed radically with the introduction of cloud gaming services such as. What changed radically? Oh, look at that. Why Aya Neo 2's better hardware may not be enough to take on the Steam Deck. Oh, okay. That looks pretty cool. cute. Looks old though. Handheld gaming has never been seen a dull moment in the recent past, with brands such as Nintendo and Sony striving to make the experience as close as possible to their full-size consoles. PC games, however, have always remained outside of the scope of dialogue because of their demanding requirements. That changed radically with the introduction of cloud gaming services such as NVIDIA GeForce Now and Google Stadia, as well as Windows-powered handheld gaming consoles such as the GPD Win 3. Another manufacturer that has earned its self-respect in the segment of handheld gaming gizmos is Stadia, which is now launching two new AMD Ryzen-powered handheld gaming PCs capable of giving the Steam Deck a run for its money. But will they? Oh, look at that. Specs that smash competition. The new two and the new slide are powered by the Ryzen 7 68 blah 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 plus architecture. The APU also features that looks cool. I like that. Okay, interesting. I'm down buying consoles, but that is interesting. Ubisoft Plus and Ubisoft Plus Classics are coming to PlayStation. PlayStation will get, we're next is new gaming strategy rival Microsoft and Sony. We shall see. Ubisoft Plus headed Ubisoft for PlayStation. Ubisoft is coming to PlayStation. It's coming to PlayStation. Oh my gosh, back on one review. Rabbids remerging of the Resident Evil Reverse. Hope that it will. Rabbids ahead of iPhone 14 launch. Apple loses position as world's. Oh wow. This seems like this came up earlier and first. So how May 15th. Position as world's most valuable company to oil giant Aramco. You guys hear that helicopter going by? I wonder what's going on. Nintendo Switch game exclusive to China finally getting. Avatar 2, how does Ubisoft's Frontier of Pandora game fit into 12 best survival horror games like Resident Evil? Are there a lot of people that like horror games? I don't know, they seem pretty hyped up. I mean, I guess they're okay. Google Stadia soon story. The games tab in the store is no. Google Stadia game streaming service has never been able to compete with better-known offerings like Xbox Game Pass, but the latest developments are. Let's see, this is thing worth checking out. Google Stadia Soon Store. The games tab in the store is no longer. Google Stadia just doesn't sit well with gamers. Stadia is now hidden from Google. Tech Gaming Report. Okay. Phil Harrison, Vice President and General Manager of Google Stadia, announced some time ago that Google will no longer focus on game development and that there will no longer be in-house development studios since none of the developer studios bought a particularly since none of the developer studios bought or partially established by Google were able to develop really successful games. They only work together with third-party developers, studios, and offering third-party games with the streaming service. However, some fatal mistakes were also made when it came to bringing the third-party developers. After Google was able to win over successful Assassin's Creed producer Jade Raymond, she was not allowed to announce a single game in all this time and left the Google publisher after only a year of cooperation. Jade Raymond produced Assassin's Creed. Even if the streaming service is convincing in terms of performance and can even easily pocket the PS Now streaming service, Google Stadia has never attracted a large number of gamers. Instead, the platform is used almost exclusively by casual gamers playing smaller indie games. Yeah, that's true. Games like Destiny 2, for example, perform well, but don't attract as many players as Xbox Game Pass. But why is that? Unlike Google Stadia, Microsoft Xbox Game Pass not only offers its own well-known developer studios with hit game titles, but also has a huge community behind it due to the long and successful history with the Xbox console. And it's precisely these numbers that are noticeable in the end when used. Okay. And then the other story is just that they moved the Stadia store, the gaming tab on the Stadia store. Marvel's Avengers glitch video sees a werewolf captain. Captain America. Cloud gaming is not your enemy. Interesting taglines, yeah? Historically, gaming fans are resistant to change, and sometimes for good reasons. Through its long history, the video game industry has experimented with ideas that tend to pit the best interest of players against those of corporations. Everything from invasive microtransactions to the Xbox One's failed always online plan to the current NFT craze have prompted a vocal pushback from skeptical players, with gamers currently on high alert due to a new wave of buzzy industry concepts. Cloud gaming is seemingly under more scrutiny than ever. The more companies experiment with the tech, the more it's treated as an existential threat to the industry. When Kingdom Hearts came to Nintendo Switch via cloud ports, fans dragged it through the mud. Sony's recent revelation that PS Plus will feature cloud versions of PS3 games triggered similar blowback from fans who demanded native ports. The skepticism is understandable as cloud proponents have yet to earn players' trust. Cloud gaming continues to be a tricky technology as it relies on a user having a good internet connection, something that isn't always possible in most of the US. However, outright opposition to the tech can feel misplaced. Unlike other recent tech innovations, cloud gaming could actually solve problems. In fact, we're already seeing just how positive it can be as an option. Mountain skepticism. Ooh, that's a long article. I don't know if I can. The negative response to cloud gaming continues growth and complicated. While players have plenty of... You guys can even see that, yeah. Players have plenty of legitimate issues with the tech. Part of the response stems from its initial implementation. When Google launched its cloud platform Stadia in 2019, there was no real roadmap for how the cloud should integrate into video games. Google packaged its service into a pricey subscription model that prioritized the tech itself over the actual games that supported it. With a small launch lineup and a lack of features at launch, Stadia immediately struggled to find its footing. The start of the revolution may have poisoned the well for some. For a time, cloud gaming became synonymous with subscription services. It didn't help that Amazon jumped on Google's bandwagon with Luna shortly after, reinforcing their perception. Disgust for the tech seemed inseparable from rational fears that video games were moving into subscription era. So I guess was that people have a problem with like Ubisoft Plus and then Xbox Game Pass and what's the other one? PlayStation Now. That's right, because people say Xbox Game Pass is good. So wouldn't that mean that subscriptions? I don't know. Maybe I'm reaching. I don't know if it's the main issue. I think people are getting used to subscriptions. But the beautiful thing is that with Stadia, you don't have to subscribe. You can just buy the game and that's it. So while that might have exacerbated the skepticism, it's far from the sole reason gamers still turn their nose up at the tech. So this article is not really, it's not lying. Um, and I just mentioned that you didn't have to subscribe to Stadia, but Stadia didn't do a good job explaining that, because whenever I try to get somebody to try Stadia and they go to Stadia.com, it's changed now, but they would be forced to put in a credit card, and everybody, if you don't know what the service is, and you just heard some guy tell you, hey, you should check it out, it's fun, and then you're asked to put up a credit card, then immediately, there's like, it starts getting a little sus. So, so I think Stadia shouldn't have pushed the subscription as much, and I know that it's better for them for this, for the subscription to be there, because people just can't constantly be buying games every week or every month, but they can't pay a monthly subscription. But yeah, I think they pushed it a little too much. The always online nature of cloud gaming presents a bevy of problems for gamers who don't live in major cities that has access to fast internet. Lag and image quality dips can put a damper on experiences like Destiny 2. With no way to play games offline, there's no guarantee that players will get a fully stable experience playing over Wi-Fi. Good points. Other issues are more complex. Ownership becomes an especially slippery concept with the cloud, and that's something players have long been prickly about. If someone buys a game on Google Stadia and Google shutters the service, subscribers simply won't have access to it anymore. That bleeds over into concerns over game preservation, as some fear that a move to the cloud would eventually make some titles disappear into thin air one day. These are all valid concerns, but they're ones born out of scenario in which cloud gaming outright replaces the way we play now. That's simply not the reality of the tech. Best case scenario. The cloud's role in the modern gaming landscape is mostly a supplemental one. It's part of a wider industry philosophy that aims to make gaming more flexible. The same idea that birthed the Nintendo Switch and Steam Deck for dedicated console and PC players. It means that it's now possible to play something like Halo Infinite on vacation without lugging a pricey machine around. The aim is to give us more options, not less. The tech is a potential problem solver, and we're starting to see it ultimately unfold in unexpected ways. Its most obvious benefit is financial. For those who don't want to spend $500 buying a new console or much more on a capable PC, cloud gaming lowers the barriers for entry by putting high-end games on the devices they already own. It widens access, and that's fundamentally a net positive outcome. True. But perhaps the best example of the cloud as a force for good came last week when Microsoft made a cloud version of Fortnite free to all players. No Game Pass subscription required. The move has a monumental side effect. It stealthily brought the game back into iOS devices. Fortnite hasn't been available on the App Store since 2020, a decision that led to a high-profile legal battle between Apple and Epic Games. At the time, Apple banned the title as punishment for Epic trying to skirt around Apple taking a cut of its in-app sales. It was a show of force that highlighted how much power the company has over developers. Microsoft's Fortnite move to take that power away from Apple. Now, Microsoft's Fortnite move took that power away from Apple. Now, players can once again enjoy the Battle Royale on iOS devices, and there's not much the company can do about it. When used as a tool, the cloud can solve problems like that. Sony's decision to make PS3 games available via the cloud may be frustrating, but it's a clever way to get around the complicated architecture that's made it's historically difficult to port titles like Metal Gear Solid 4 to modern devices. Given the state of the Nintendo Switch and its aging tech, the cloud gives players a way to experience modern titles like Control that simply wouldn't run on the console otherwise. Yeah, that's true. Some of the older consoles can't handle some of the newer games. So yeah, it's a good way to balance it out. In all of these scenarios, the alternative would be that these games simply wouldn't exist on these platforms. Fortnite would not continue to be unplayable on iOS due to corporate politics. PS3 games would remain lost to time, and Switch owners would have less options. While none of those may be optimal experiences for players with poor internet currently, their existence is purely additive. Additive. I don't know how to say that. As the tech currently stands, there's not much sense in rooting against cloud gaming in the same way that players push back on microtransactions or NFTs. As long as it continues to supplement traditional gaming experiences, it's a powerful tool that stands to help more than hurt. You don't have to buy it, but it's not our enemy. I'm not sure if I would have came back to gaming as hard as I did. I wasn't really a big gamer even when I was little. I had the original Nintendo. My brother had it, and I got to play it because I could. I actually helped him buy it because we were collecting cans, and then we made enough that my mom decided, you know what, they got close, so let me finish it up, and she ended up buying it for us. So we had that. And then I didn't play for a long time. I didn't have the Sega Genesis. I didn't have the Nintendo 64 or the what's the other ones? The Dreamcast, the GameCube, the PlayStations 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. I did have the Xbox 360. I played it a couple times and then gave it away to my little brother. And then I had the Nintendo Wii, played it a little bit, and then just sold it. So I wasn't really a big gamer. And then when we got stuck in the house with the pandemic, I got tired of watching Netflix and just wanted something different. So I started playing some games, and my computer's so old that I couldn't play most of the games. So next thing you know, Google Stadia pops up on my screen, and then it was working. It wasn't perfect. It was a lot better than what my PC was able to do or my phone was able to do. So yeah, I mean, I think, and I'm in the U.S. It's not like I'm in Mexico, or it's not like I'm in India or somewhere where there's more and more people. Hey, Aisha, how's it going? And so there's no way that cloud gaming is gonna die, if that makes any sense. It's like saying when Netflix started streaming that streaming is gonna die, DVDs are gonna be king, right? I would have put my money on that. How are you doing, Aisha? So I'm almost towards the end of the news. I got one more page. So I'm gonna see if I can finish this page and a half, and then we're gonna jump into YouTube for a little bit. Yeah, I saw that. Gaming is not your enemy. I like that. I like that article because it wasn't. So the reason I like that article was because it wasn't misrepresenting anything. It wasn't assuming anything. It just kind of put out the facts, and it did have the individual, the writer did have his opinions and speculations on things, but it was more of a positive spin on it because it's kind of a waste of time to be a negative person or to have a negative mental state. I'm doing good, Leo. How are you? I'm great. I have army training tomorrow, so I gotta finish this. I gotta shave this after I finish the stream and get all my stuff ready, and then wake up at 4 in the morning. Yeah, but it seems like tomorrow should be an easy day. We're just gonna go over to the ranges where we're gonna shoot some guns, but we won't actually start shooting until Saturday. So tomorrow, I think we're just gonna pack up, drive over there, set up, and then crash. Probably sleep. Hey, what's up, Maker? How's it? PT? No PT, thankfully. I mean, they're asking. Good thing you said that. I gotta remember to put my shoes in my ruck. They want us to take it for possibly doing PT, but I'm currently wearing a cast. Every time I go, to work or drill, I wear a cast because my ankle has been acting up. So I've been kind of lucky enough not to do PT. I don't know if it's luck, getting fatter, but At least I don't have to do PT and hurt my ankle more. Yeah, yeah. But it's good you mentioned it though, because I would have forgotten. Because I'm gonna take one boot. I should put the other boot in there just in case. Because the other, I got the. Did I say boot? It's like a cast. Yeah, it's one of those medical boots. And so because I don't need the second boot, I gotta remember to put it in my ruck, so I don't forget it. Just in case, just in case. The doctor didn't issue it to me, and so at any point they can just be like, "Oh, where's the note from the doctor?" And I can't show it, so I would have to just take it off. But they wouldn't do that, especially with with me having 24 years of service. It would be pretty messed up. Yeah, I just hit 24 this month, so yeah. I don't know if I'll make it 25, but I'm gonna try. Is Xbox doomed after Starfield? We saw that one. So the articles from last week are starting to creep in. So I think we're done with the actual news. Stadia was a no-show. Yeah. So because it's Thursday, the articles from last Friday when I did this, the last stream, are starting to creep in. So let's go ahead and switch over to YouTube. Dato. Como. And I don't know why it showed me that. Actually, that's okay. You know what's funny? So my channel used to be under LVP 1980, and then I changed it to like Primo Yoni. But you can put both of them and they still pop up. Very interesting. So again, we're gonna search Google. Let's do parentheses just to make sure we don't have any straggler videos popping up. Google Stadia, and then we're gonna filter it so that it is this week. And I think that's it, right? I think that's it. I can't filter it to the early my date. So yeah, how you Maker? You just waking up? No, you're in the East Coast, yeah. Or you're up late. 10 plus 6, 4 in the morning. And I think Aisha's just waking up, right? Yeah. I don't have what to. Ooh, lucky you. It's on Friday, so you get like a 3-day weekend. Noise. Yeah, I didn't work today because my wife worked, and I had to pick up my daughter from school and just take care of some stuff. So, oh, yeah. So that's what, another 7 hours. Oh, that's an interesting shift. So it's like a what, 8-hour shift? And you started at 3. That's interesting. It's normally 6 to 2, 2 to 10, 10 to 6, right? That's normally the shifts. Oh, 11 hours. Oh my gosh, bro. 11 hours. Are you in the medical industry or something? Are you like a nurse? I always have a 3-day weekend every other week. 4-day weekend with no Thursdays. Oh, snap. You're lucky. Oh, okay. Like a firefighter or something. Full-time work makes me depressed. Yeah, kind of feeling that, especially, the older you get, it's like, oh my gosh, why am, plus I went 10 years without having a boss, so it's kind of hard to going back to having a boss. Oh, okay. Oh, that's right. Yeah. With the Air Force. Oh, okay. For the Air Force. Oh, I used to do that. Right before I did photography, that was my last job with a boss. I was a contractor for the Marines. Um, it was all right. I don't know. It's like, you can always find something to complain about, and trying to avoid that. Oh man, my thing is not charging. Check this battery tomorrow. Uh-oh. I think I'm not gonna have power this weekend if I don't get this battery to work. Okay, so let's you guys want to check out some of the YouTube videos that came out this week about Google Stadia. I catch myself every time I'm making a video or posting on my channel. I realize, like, man, I am very much addicted to Stadia, which is funny because I didn't really play today. I played with Cowboy. I did the Matt Streets tournament with him. on the stream, which I won the game, by the way, so that was cool. But yeah, I was just kind of playing. I played on the Switch a little bit because I took my daughter to swim class, and my internet over there, because we're right in the middle of hills, it's kind of weak, so I had to play the Switch. It's not too bad. Work from home and basically just here in case stuff gets. Oh, you're like on standby. Oh, nice, nice, nice. That's pretty good. I did that. I did that for a little bit too. But it's not because I was on standby. It's because I was waiting for my clearance to come in, and so technically I wasn't allowed to go on the base, even though I had a military ID. I had to use my contractor ID to go on the base, and they're like, "Yeah, no, you can't use a military ID." So they just had me work from home until the clearance came in. I know, yeah. I haven't seen. So this last Saturday, I didn't stream because we had a Stadia community event. We went like 20 hours straight. I just from one stream to the next, we would rate each other's streams, and so it was all Stadia. And because I wanted to kind of join all the other streams, I thought, okay, no. And obviously this weekend I have military training, so I'm thinking next Saturday. I still want to do the Animal Crossing streams on Saturday because most of my viewers from Animal Crossing uh, can make it like on Saturday mornings. You know what I mean? This would be like the same schedule as before. So yeah, I think this Saturday coming up. Remind me if I forget. Just you got me on Discord, so just send me a message. I should be back by Monday to stream another Stadia game on Monday. So I would do Animal Crossing in during the week. I tried it, but nobody's available. I think you and P were the only ones that come in, and and you know, I didn't want to burn out either, so I just would rather do it on Saturdays. Yeah, I want to check it out too. I want to check it out. This is a new one, right? Not the one we were playing in last time. That was an awesome idea too for that game show that you did. That was so much fun. We need to do that again. Okay, so 3 days ago, is Xbox Cloud Gaming better than I saw this one? Or did I? No, I didn't see this one. Better than Google Stadia. Oh, I didn't see this one. Entrance top questions. Oh, how did I miss that? Okay, maybe I just saw the Xbox controller and moved on. One thing that is nice is I work Saturday morning as well, which is usually dead for traffic unless it's a guard weekend. Oh, okay, okay. Game show was so much fun. It was so much fun. It was so much fun. So you're saying you work from home, just standing by, you're like a supervisor or something? That's cool. You don't have to answer. I just throw questions out there, but so let's see. Now available. Okay, city sky. So we're gonna see a lot of city skylines, a lot of news this week with the Far Cry Primal coming out on Stadia, city skylines being a surprise pro drop. What else do we have? We had Outright Games uh, not releasing, announcing 6 new games coming to Stadia. Text, so I wait for calls. Oh, that's right. I heard you mentioned it in one of your when we played PUBG, right? With tech support. Nice, 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 nice. I almost applied for that job, but I wasn't certified, so I didn't have the confidence to do it, to apply. I kind of knew how it worked. So I was studying electrical engineering, so I was really big into tech back in my college days, but I lost a little bit of interest with photography because of photography. 9 to 5 update. GeForce Now versus Google Stadia. I saw that one. Yeah, I did see this one. It's just that I'm on incognito mode, so it doesn't show up. At least I saw that one. Stadia, to whom it may concern. Ooh, what is this? Ya boy Twiz. Do we know this guy? Ya boy Twiz. I think he popped in a couple of streams, right? Let's check that out.
T-Mobile 5G home
Oh
internet is
no, I
here.
pushed it by accident.
Get fast and reliable Wi-Fi.
Yeah, it's me. I know it's been a while, and you might have noticed I did not start this video with my signature, "What's good?" It's your boy Twiz. And that's because what you're listening to right now, me speaking, this is not really the beginning of this video. He saw me, didn't he? Yeah, he did.
I think I've seen this guy in some chats, yeah. Maker, have you seen this guy before?
Right here.
Got boy Twiz.
What you gonna do? What you gonna do? What you
It
gonna
looks
do?
like he's
Oh
on
my God.
Twitch.
That's what you're going. Oh God! Oh no!
See, I wish I could play games like that where I can just
I
scream
actually
whenever,
started this video over 2
but I can't
hours
do
ago.
with
I've
kids
been
and
watching
a
content
wife.
and trying to keep up with stuff from other Stadia content creators, just trying to get a feel for what's going on. And the more I watched and the more I started recording, it actually started changing my mood and changing my feelings on things. So I decided I'm gonna put this part, I'm gonna put the end of the video at the beginning of the video, and it will make more sense as we go on. And before I say anything else, I gotta get this out of the way. What the fuck is wrong with y'all? Yeah, I'm talking to you. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Got it.
You guys that are sending out
Lips.
hate and death threats to people because they don't agree with your fucking opinion? Why can't we all just get along and play games? Who cares? Behold, it's like a dream. Do it. You don't think I'll do it? Fuck you.
Did it to whom it may concern. Okay.
All right, well, there you go.
I'm
Because
still
honestly,
intrigued.
it's not that fucking serious, dude. Now, I have a message to the Stadia haters and the Stadia supporters. Haters, I'm going to talk to you first. Go ahead and smile.
What if he says
Go
your
ahead and
name right
laugh.
there,
Go
Maker?
ahead and get your yucks in. Go ahead and hit the comment section and say all the negative stuff you got to say. I am starting to feel like Stadia is somewhat of a failed experiment. Yeah, that's right. I said it. Say whatever you want about me. Send whatever.
What's that? I understand the cursing you can't do, but why can't you tell and get? Oh, no. I can curse. Maybe not on the stream. I don't like cursing on camera. It just doesn't look right. As soon as I put my uniform on, though, it's on like Donkey Kong. No, because if I usually stream at night. So right now it's 10 p.m. And so I start streaming normally 9 p.m. So if I scream, I'm waking everybody up in the house, and I'm definitely gonna be in trouble. I might get kicked out
Hate
of
you
the
want
house.
my way. Say whatever insults you want. All right.
I
At
do
least
when I
stood
play
by
with
what I
Maker and Ray and those guys. I scream, and then my daughter's coming in like, "Papa."
believed. Unlike a lot of you motherfuckers that have
Oh,
to get on Reddit, you have to go look to the left and look to the right and see how everybody else feels before you can even form your own opinion. Right? So I stood by what I believed. If you want to hate me for that, go for it. I'd much rather you send the
can't
hate
tell.
to me instead of that somebody else, because at least I can fucking take it. I'm used to it.
I can't tell if he's getting
Now,
hated on
to
by
my
Stadia
Stadia
supporters or Stadia.
As you can see, man,
Haters.
it's not all good. I'm not completely dunking on Stadia. I'm not calling it absolute garbage. I'm not calling it absolute crap. But we have to admit, guys, it's not all good. I'm not saying you can't
I
enjoy
agree.
it. I'm not saying you can't like it. I'm not saying it's not good for you specifically, man. But you gotta admit, it's not what we thought it was gonna be. I'm not leaving Stadia behind, no more than I'm leaving Xbox behind.
See, the benefit that I have by being a Stadia user is that I wasn't a gamer before, so I had no expectations when Stadia got announced way back in, what was it, 2019. I had no idea what Stadia was until April 2020. So there was zero expectations for me. So I can understand why, like, especially founders that paid $100 and whatever dollars for the founder edition, and they had all these ideas of how it's going to be, and then they didn't happen, or they weren't what they were expected. I can see where I noticed that a lot of the previous Stadia streamers have moved on to mostly GFN, and just because I think Amazon Luna is not really available everywhere, but I've seen people move platforms, and some people just kind of shuffle around. My biggest issue is that I started with Stadia, I invested with Stadia. Amazon Luna wasn't available to me until literally 2 months ago. GFN was I was aware of GFN. I can play it. It wasn't as good as Stadia when I started, and now it's probably better tech-wise. I don't remember the last time that I had a problem with GFN, but I'm already committed to the $10 with Stadia. I don't want to commit for another $10 with GFN and then have to buy games from them. So I don't know. I think I'm in a very privileged, that might not be the right word, but I think I'm in a very unique situation from everybody that's kind of picking sides and sticking with them. It's like I'm only picking Stadia because that's the only thing I knew. That's what brought me back. You know, Stadia because of Twiz. Oh, okay. Ton of games on. Also, you do know him, okay? Hold on, let me see. I think I missed some chats here. Hold on. Yeah, I used to play with Twiz a time. He used to be in a big Stadia content creator. Understand okay. This map we made. Oh, that's the one. Okay. Third place. Yeah, that's the one you were talking about. Oh, okay. Oh, wow. What are the chances that this guy pops up when you're watching? Yell, not tell. Yeah, I can't yell because I'll wake everybody up. Yeah. Oh, okay. So he kind of got you in there. I mean, if you guys are gamers, I understand why Stadia is not. It's not to par. You know, I don't know. Hopefully it didn't sound like I was trying to pick a fight with you last time when playing PUBG. I'm actually trying to acknowledge the reasoning that you're making for your opinions about Stadia, right? While at the same time acknowledging that your situation is not going to be the same as somebody else like me, you know. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's, everybody's different.
PlayStation behind. I still want to play games wherever the games are. But with that said, the games aren't really on Stadia. They're not. I will game with you on Stadia if I have the game for Stadia. If the game comes out day and date on that platform, hell, I might buy it on there, right? But I've never been a Stadia exclusive person anyway. I'm sorry if you had that misconception. I've always been more of a PC guy. And when Shadow PC was out, I loved Shadow PC. A lot of you may have noticed that I stopped streaming. I stopped gaming a while back. I stopped gaming not because of a fallout with Stadia. That's been going on since Stadia came out. There's been negative news about Stadia. There's nothing specific about Stadia that made me slow down my gaming. Literally, when Shadow PC went under, that's kind of when I stopped because I really enjoyed my Shadow PC. I really enjoyed game streaming on that platform, just like I enjoyed it on Stadia.
I just saw some articles about Shadow coming back. You have to bring your own games, right? And my question, I don't know if you're familiar with it, but my question is, if you're just borrowing the rig, does that mean that when you go into the rig, and it's time based, right? When you go into the, your rig, you have to download the game and then do the updates, and does that count against your time? Does that make sense, Maker? Yeah, I mean, I can say green is my favorite color, and somebody else can be like, no, blue is, or I can say green is the best color. Somebody else can be like, no, it's blue. Then I can be like, no, it's green, bro. I can make an argument. It doesn't really matter. Yeah, it's all subjective. Yeah. Shadow isn't time-based. You don't have to download games, so do have to. Yeah, so you have to download the games and you have to update. My biggest problem with consoles. So I'm not interested in getting a PlayStation. I'm not interested in an Xbox. I don't need a new computer. Sometimes when I do edit videos and photos, it takes a little longer. So that's the only time that I kind of like, maybe it's time, right? Because it is part of my business. I'm a photographer, so I do need a computer that can handle editing the pictures that I take. But right now, it can still manage. So I'm not really interested. I would want to buy, but I'm not. I don't want it enough that I'm gonna spend $1,000 or something. Console or PC. So I have the Switch, and my biggest irritation with the Switch is that because I can play it on my big TV, I can play it on my computer screen, I can play it, portable. In fact, I'm gonna take it to my military training because my signal is gonna be pretty bad over there. The ranges, right, where everybody goes to shoot. So I'm gonna take the Switch just so that I can play the games that I don't have to be online for. But it's so frustrating when I have to download and wait and update, and especially Fortnite. You know what I mean? Because the games that I play the most on the Switch is Animal Crossing and Fortnite, and it seems like Fortnite you gotta update every other day. It's crazy. Yeah, that's what I figure. So the appeal for a virtual machine is not there for me. It's like, I don't know, I guess that's the same way I feel about a GFN. The GFN has time limits, so let's see what to quiz.
Okay, that's some range. What's up, bitch?
What game is he playing again?
Yeah, that's right. Sit your ass down. Did I teabag him? Check this out.
He's got a little urban twang to him.
Yeah, get some of that.
It's entertaining for sure.
Wow. I was not expecting this video to be anything like this. This is completely off the rails on what I had planned. And speaking of the video, are you guys ready? Do you want to see what I was working on? Do you want to see what got me in this fucking mindset? All right, I'll have it on here in just a moment. But again, Stadia supporters, man, be open-minded.
Yeah, it's 35 minutes, so I can't stay.
Honesty is always my #1 goal. So let's talk.
Oh, man, that's my boy Brian, dude. He's cool as fuck. What the hell's going on?
We've made 418 positive videos about Google Stadia, and the moment we create one with constructive criticism, we get ostracized by members of the Stadia community.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, people can get hardcore a little too much.
Fuck it, man. I gotta see the video. Let's go. Let's see what you're working with. What you doing?
I watched the video already.
Fuck it out for me. He's staying and try to rip him a new asshole, but I'm actually not going to. I really liked the way he started the video. He said how he felt before Stadia and how he felt after trying it. He felt like he could see the potential in the heart.
I'm gonna watch this later because it's 35 minutes long. But hey, Pee-wee always comes in right. Well, actually, not really. Yesterday he came in way early. But yeah, I'm gonna watch this guy later. I don't remember. Wait. I might have to ask you to remind me, Maker. Playing Elden Ring. Oh, okay, that was Elden Ring. Yeah, I heard it's a really good game. Yeah, I saw that video too, and I didn't have a problem with it. It's just people get a little too in their camps. You know what I mean? Camps. So it's okay to love something and have other people not love it. First look. Okay, I saw him. I jumped into the stream. Wait. That's Stadium Wednesday. First look. That's See the Builder, right? So I saw that stream. I saw the Stadia Games Guide to Disney. There's a lot of videos that I've watched this week on people, the way people are debating certain things, especially within the community. You know what I mean, with the specific communities. But I don't know. It's interesting. It's unnecessary. I think it's necessary to critique. It's unnecessary to abuse. No one is competent. No one is competent. Episode 21. Google Stadia and cloud gaming. Wow, what's going on this week? Everybody's went off. And right after the Stadia Community Day too. Maybe that's why. Maybe that's what got it started.
I want to die, by which I mean I want to live. I have been going on a bunch of different medications for
no one is competent
recently, so that eventually things will get better because things always get better.
Things always get better.
Like half a page of the Wikipedia article for Enron, and my eyes
Oh,
glazed
nice,
over
Pee.
and my brain wanted to self-destruct. So
I do
I
keep
was like,
lagging? Oh no,
let's actually talk about gamers.
my internet might be
Gaming,
acting up.
the best thing. Are you excited to talk about gaming, Jay?
Huh? I mean, I suppose I'm not really a gamer, so I'm.
Here.
Yeah. Now, Google is one of the many companies to disrupt the world by being a part of the rise of computers, which, by the 1990s, were proving to be the most important technology since the invention of the wheel.
That guy's voice is
Is
pretty cool.
often where the incredibly niche and the incredibly mainstream collide, often with suburbly cringe consequences. After starting in arcades, video games would migrate to the home market, where they would split into two components: the games themselves
Yeah.
and
It seems like more like a technical conversation on Stadia. So this one, you won't believe it. This is what's his name? Something Martinez's son getting a premiere a Wasabi controller. Okay, news. That's my stream from last Saturday. Division 2 Standard Edition Google Stadia. Is this the special? Okay, this is this Tuesday. Okay. I was in this show. If you guys want to watch, let me see if I can drop it in the. I was in this show like 6 in the morning, and halfway through the show, I guess start getting blasted in the face by the sun. So if you guys want to check this show out later, it's just a little panel on people that Ray, the guy that I play PUBG with on Mondays. This guy right here, the people that he found on the Stadia community that do content. Stadia is basically mouse and keyboard on console. Stadia Strange Brigade Part 1. Outriders. Premium info. Google Stadia PUBG. Project Storm. He hasn't played. Is this recent? I haven't really seen him play too much. Ryzak. That's a game show right there. Check that out too. It's called Game Over. I think if you just Google, just search for Stadia, Game Over. Oh, I don't know what kind of articles you're gonna get, but you should get this game show right there. I don't know. Phone. Think my PC's having trouble. Oh, okay. Am I still lagging? Am I lagging to you guys? To Aisha or Maker. 15 live game. Okay, so a lot of streams. Okay, if I didn't have training tomorrow, I would kind of skip through these videos that we're watching, but I don't want to make this one too long because I still gotta get ready. I think I'm gonna end it right there, and just so you guys know what you're looking at. So first, I went through Google search. I looked for the news on Google Stadia in the last week. I kind of checked some of the articles. And then I went onto YouTube, searched the same thing, Google Stadia, filtered it for the last week. And I get all these videos. And as you can see, a lot of them are either news videos or they're gameplay. But once in a while, you get opinion videos, which are interesting. That's the first time I saw your boy to his video pop up. I guess he hasn't uploaded in a while. But yeah, it's really interesting. So I like this because you can do it with anything. So like, I know we got Pee-wee and Aisha in the Animal Crossing community. You can do the same thing for Animal Crossing, New Horizons, or whatever, and it kind of gets you kind of a little bit of insight on what's happening. Seems like you guys are pretty you guys stay updated with the news and stuff for Animal Crossing, but I don't. I'm pretty lazy. So once in a while I like to do that just so I can stay up to date with whatever's happening on Stadia or whatever, anything that I enjoy. And so I figured I might as well stream it and see who else enjoys it. Somebody does this. Who does this? I want to know. So they scrub through the news. I was gonna call it Stadia News Scrub Down, but I wasn't 100% sure if scrub down made sense. Right. So then I just went really boring with it. Search results. I don't think you can get any more boring with it. I am working on a video it's going to be called Google Stadia 1 or just Stadia 101. Google Stadia 101. I haven't decided. I might change the title so something that has a little bit more punch. But I'm basically going to cover all the facts about Google Stadia so that people don't get confused when they go through all these videos. And some people are saying it's the best thing ever. Some people are saying it's dead. Some people are like, I like it, but so it's just kind of, it just puts everything out there, and I think it'll help. I don't know. We'll see what happens. We'll see how people respond. Switch Force, does he same exact format? Switch Force, cheaters, and
You always wear a suit to the day.
hold on, let me see. So Switch Force,
Who's
and
hungry for
what is it? I probably should not talk about this. Nintendo Switch. Does he do it like he does that, and that's how he gets video ideas, or he actually does it in a video? Yeah. Oh, look, he's
I'm
talking
warning
about
you
the
ahead of
games here
time
coming up.
that this video is kind of a rant.
Nice-
so if that's
nice
not
background.
your sort of thing, I understand, and now you know. But I feel like this
And
is
now your
important
mama
to talk
knows.
about, and I feel like it's important to say, and I feel like too often we just sit back.
Oh yeah, can you
and
find
it's
that video? I want to see how he
2022,
does
man,
it.
And this has become just a recurring problem that I've seen time and time again this year with Nintendo Switch, and I firmly believe they just aren't being smart. They just aren't doing the best thing for themselves, for the fans, for the dollars, for it all, because Nintendo Switch is hugely
Oh,
successful.
it just came out today.
And yet these huge companies keep missing that boat. Yet again, today we have another Nintendo
It's a lot of
Switch
editing. I
game
don't want to put that much time in the
that
editing.
is not coming alongside the other versions. You might laugh, but I'm really excited for Roller Champions. And initially, it was supposed to be out on everything. Instead, next week, May 25th, it'll be out on Xbox, PlayStation, PC, not Switch.
Hey, see? He didn't mention Google Stadia. It's coming onto Google Stadia. So everybody can flip. You know what I mean? They can love a platform. Like, he's got a bunch of Nintendo Switch videos. But not every video is positive. You know what I mean? It can't be. Yeah, is it clickbaiting? I probably should not talk about this Nintendo Switch fact. Yeah, I mean, it's the algorithm. I get it. I don't like clickbaity videos, but first, you only have a few words to get somebody's attention. And then if you mentioned everything, if he says like, "Oh, this game is not coming to the Switch," boo-hoo, then you got the gist of the video before you even watch it. So it's the algorithm. You know, I don't agree with it, but it's the same reason that news companies, news networks just pump out negative news after negative news because it sells. You know. Oh, he does all kinds of stuff. I want to see him. If you find the video, can you send it to me where he goes through the news like that? Does he go on screen like live as he reacting to it? Because it looks like he does a lot of he puts a lot of production value to his videos with the editing, the lighting, the camera, the setup, and everything. I don't have that kind of patience. He gets people excited about nothing. Yeah, that's how you get. I mean, that's why he has 426,000 subscribers, though. I get it, but I also can't be mad at them. All part of that hustle. Yeah, but yeah, if you see somebody doing what I'm doing right here with this stream, let me know, because I kind of want to see what works and what doesn't, what formats are out there. You know what I mean? Wow, I can't believe it's been a week already since we did that. Time's flying by. Getting old. Getting older by the minute. Google Stadia, new free PC games here 2022. You can tell the channels that are kind of starting out. Thumbnails are still in the beginning stage. Alright guys, so I'm getting kind of tired and I gotta get my stuff ready. So appreciate you guys hanging out. So just remember, P, we already told Aisha, but most likely next Saturday, if everything works out. Oh, you know what? Oh man, I just remembered. A friend asked me to help him 2 days from the 27th to the 29th, but he doesn't know which 2 days. And Saturday is the 28th. So I might have to stream late or the day before. I don't know. I'll let you know. Once I figure out the schedule, I'll make sure I bring it up with plenty of time so that you have time to react, whether you'll be available to join or not, or time to show me the island or not. But yeah, I gotta figure out my schedule a little bit. He does not go live often. Yeah, so okay, so it's a little bit different. Well, I know that this is what people do for researching their videos, but does anybody react to the news live? That's kind of what I want to know. If you ever see a video like that, let me know. Oh, thanks, Maker. I appreciate it. I should be back. I'm going to be dropping videos that are already uploaded and scheduled to drop throughout the weekend. And then I should be able to stream on Monday, you know, an hour and a half from whatever time it is for you right now, 9 p.m. my time. I'm probably gonna see you at Ray's show before that. So let's check you out there. Oh, you won't be there next Saturday? Okay, I might have to switch it though. I gotta figure out which days. Oh, okay. Are you shooting or are you getting your pictures taken? That sounds fun. Next time I'm in Europe, I'm gonna stop by and take some pictures of all your cool costumes and puppets and stuff. That'd be nice. I know the windmills. One day. Once everything gets back to normal. Right now, I'm trying to get everything back to normal. You know, thank you guys for coming in. I appreciate it. I can't talk anymore. You can tell I'm fading. But I really do appreciate it, guys. Thank you. Yeah, let me know what you guys think about this format when you get a chance. And I plan to keep doing it until I get tired of it. I like it. I like reacting to the news. And I like Stadia. I sound like that kid in that video that says, I like turtles. That's gonna be me. I like Stadia. In the news one day. All right, so that's it, everybody. Thank you. Have a good night, day, morning, whatever it is, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.